Alright, first and foremost, I want to say Kalalal, Yabashim Yaoshai, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the brothers that's pushing this work in all sincerity and in truth. This is the brother Yahya from the Kingston, Jamaica camp, and just want to bring you a video, man. Azin, showing you one of the fulfillment of prophecies. Because every abomination that continues to come up on the earth in this time is a fulfillment of prophecy. This is a introduction of a series known as Animac from Disney Channel. Understand? An article came out on October the 26th, basically introducing the new season of Animac with a gay character, and this gay character is an adolescent, right? It says Disney Channel makes history with first gay character storyline on Animac, right? So I'm just have play this video, then get into some scriptures, man.
What Disney Channel just announced is making history, and we couldn't be more proud. Today's episode is presented by Lyft. It matters how you get there. Download and ride today. Disney Channel is about to have its first gay character storyline on the popular show Andi Mack, and we are thrilled about this giant step towards inclusion and representation. Andi Mack is a new show on Disney Channel, and it tells the story of, you guessed it, Andi Mack, as her life completely changes on her 13th birthday when she discovers that her older sister Vex is actually her mother, and that her mom Celia is really her grandmother. This realization sends Andi on a journey of self-discovery along with her friends Cyrus and Buffy, who are also trying to figure out their place in the world. The show aired in April 2017 and was met with great success. Viewers loved the relatable storyline and that the kids were actually portrayed.
Just to show you that this is basically accepted by the masses, the majority, man.
By real kids. After a great first season, the show was given a green light for season 2 in May, and fans have been patiently waiting for the second season, and they're not going to be disappointed. Because the season premieres tomorrow, and it was just announced that Cyrus, one of Andi's best friends, will begin to confront his feelings towards another boy and understand his individuality as a gay character. This marks Disney Channel's first ever gay character, and we're obviously applauding this giant step, even though it definitely could have happened sooner. In order to make Cyrus' storyline age appropriate and as realistic as possible, Disney Channel worked with child development experts and organizations including Common Sense Media, GLAAD, and PFLAG. We love that they are intentionally working towards greater inclusion on their network, and fans are too. Tons of viewers took to Twitter to show their support of this monumental moment, and viewers are praising the show for their greater step towards inclusion, and others are seriously loving this show as a whole and praising its storyline of teen pregnancy and a biracial family. But the most popular reaction by far is by people who are just so excited to see a gay character on Disney Channel because they never thought they would. I don't know about you, but I know that I'll be tuning into Disney Channel tomorrow night to watch Andi Mack. Are you guys so excited about this incredible history-making character? Let us know in the comment section below. I'm Nas Perez, and thanks for tuning in. Click to the left to see Colin Haynes' hilarious...
Yeah, man, there you have it. Understand? First precept is 2nd Ezra chapter 14 verse 16. It says, we start at 15, it says, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen shall be done hereafter. And this is one of the great evil that is being done right now, man. Understand? This is basically basically an all-out attack on the minds of the youths, yo. You see? The minds of the youths, the elites of this world. Esau, which is the so-called white man of the nation of Edom, is making an all-out attack on the youths, man. You see? And you know that the younger the mind, the more impressionable it is. So they're using these forms of socialization to socialize the young minds to become more feminine, men. You understand? That's the same thing they did in the time of slavery. You see? With the Willie Lynch syndrome, man. So they are using media as a means of socially engineering the minds of the youths, man. The minds of society. to make it become a norm to have a kid that's attracted to the same sex. This is part of the so-called white man witchcraft, yo. You see, in the elites of the society, this is part of them witchcraft, thus say the precepts. Understand? He said, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. And this is a major evil, man. This is a major evil. This is a witchcraft that the so-called white man is enforcing on the minds of the people, man, the minds of the masses, through social media, mass social media. And as the person said, and as the commentator in the video a while ago said, man, it has basically long been in the making. You understand? It has long been in the making, so you can basically know that this was set up to happen from long time ago, because them planning them things here, man. You see me? This get a preset. It said this Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. It said, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. He also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Exactly. Esau is transgressing by his philosophies. As in, the philosophy of becoming homosexual, the philosophy of doing as thou wilt. This is how Esau is transgressing, man. And everything that he is pushing forth is not according to the doctrine of the Heavenly Father. You understand? Right now you can see that this is a blatant outpour of homosexuality, man. There is no morals or principles that's in sustenance of life that he's pushing for right now. This is a form of witchcraft, a form of enchantment, as the scripture tells us, is the mischief of witchcrafts. You see me? And if people not start to wake up to the attack of the so-called white man, they gonna get swept away with him enchantment, man. You see? This Nahum chapter 3 verse 4. It said, because the multitude of the whoredoms, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. Who is the well-favored harlot? America. America is where everybody look to, man. Is the main source of philosophy or trend in the Western world. You understand? It said the mistress of witchcrafts. You understand? That's why all of these movies and shows they are produced in Hollywood. Hollywood, the wood from the holly tree is where they get the is where they get the wood to make their wands, man. See, showing you that these are form of sorceries, yo, form of enchantment, basically farming out the minds, molding the minds of the people. See, the mistress of witchcraft that selling nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. He said, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. Or the Most I will discover them skirts through them prophets, man. The Most I reveal all of them deeds through the prophets, yo. The ambassadors of the Heavenly Father they see out there in the highways and the byways, man, waking up the nation of Israel, gathering the elect of the nation of Israel, man, pushing forth the truth and all four burners. You see? Bringing down the secrets of Babylon, man. You see? That's the persons who the Mosiah use discover the Babylon skirts, man, as just said the scripture say, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Exactly, yo. And you can basically say, yo, them not hide these things no more. Them blatantly push it forth. There is no form of discretion them push it forth or anything. Them just a push it forth, yo. As the scripture say, folly set in great dignity. Every mind, every plot of the so-called white man is to demoralize society. You understand? That's why the scripture just tell you a while ago, in him soul not upright in him. Every judgment when pass is not a righteous judgment, nor is it anything to set society in order. You understand? It say Micah chapter 2 verse 1, it say, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. It is in the power of their hand, man. So they might try to make homosexuality become a norm right now. And as you can see, if throughout the generations, all of these things that I'm bringing forth through the media is having an impact on society. Is having a social impact on society, letting people become more normalized to the influences and so forth, yo. Understand? This Isaiah chapter 3 verse 9, it says, the shoe of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They declare their sin of Sodom, because if you go back to the history of what happened in Sodom, it's the same thing as what's happening today. Understand? All the abominations that happen in Sodom is the same thing as what happened today. They declare their sin as Sodom. Then them not hide it no more. You see, it's becoming more blatant now. It's like say, all standards of morals and integrity is basically cast under the rugs. You see? This is an all-out attack on righteousness, man. He said, they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. They reward evil unto themselves, because all of this right now, what they want to do, have a judgment fee. You see? And the scripture will tell you the judgment, because what happened in Sodom was an example for those who should live hereafter, man. I'm going to get a precept there. Because people think, say, what happened now, not going to have recompense, man. There isn't going to be a judgment for what's happening now, for all the evils that's perpetuating upon the land right now. You understand? It says, say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. Exactly. The reward of the evil of the evil hands shall be handed unto him, man. And what them reward, man? Them reward are gonna be thermonuclear fire. You understand? That's a them reward. Because the Heavenly Father are gonna have a judgment for all of what happen now. All of this faggotry on the land, all of this man to man, woman to woman bullshit, man. You see? All of this fuckery are gonna be done away with, man. You see? But all the people them out there who have a problem with me cursing, why not cursing at what's happening, man? Why not upset and vexed with the folly that's happening in the land now, man? And if you vex with what me I say right now, the Heavenly Father will kindle along with the fire, man. Thus said the Lord. This is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 6. It said, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrowing, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So Sodom and Gomorrah was an example for this current generation, because the current generation is living ungodly, man. You see? That's why the scripture basically, that's why the Heavenly Father overthrew Sodom, man. Right? He said, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So you have to be vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. This thing right now is basically reaching to a point where if you don't take away yourself from this place mentally and heeding to the scriptures, man, you're going to get caught up with it, yo. And you're going to go down with the with this society. You understand? The society is circling the drain. Every society that has been that has built up to a great status on the earth before, and basically homosexuality started to grow rampant within that society. It basically got cast down, You see, homosexuality is a form, is a point in of a society where you realize that the society is going to be destabilizing, man, and start to become more um degrading, right? The scripture say, this is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. It say, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be turned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Exactly, because right now that is the judgment for this wickedness, That is the judgment. Because the scriptures tell us, Babylon are gonna get cast down with all its enchantment, man. Because these are enchantments on the mind. All of what's happening right now throughout social media, all of the immoral acts where happen on television, that's programming the minds of the masses. All of these are enchantments, man, coming directly from Hollywood through the witchcraft of the so-called white man, the elites, See? Because what they might try to do is that they might try to use this as a tool to make the masses become more docile, so them can introduce them new world order and introduce the chip. You understand? Because nobody is not watching what's happening. Nobody not strive for righteousness, to be a defender of truth, man. And if you are striving to be a defender of truth, morals, integrity, righteousness, the scripture tell us, they are set as prey. All who stand up for righteousness are become as prey for evil now, man. You see? The scripture said they abhor them that teachers in the gates. Because the men that are out there right now from the nation of Israel, because the Moses only deal with the elect of the nation of Israel, right? Basically, them men there right now, them are the one who the world is looking at as scums, You see, all because them stand and set for the defense of truth and the defense of the gospel. You see, it say, this is Isaiah 47 verse 13. It say, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Slack, I'm start at verse 12. It say, third, stand now with thine enchantments. The word enchantments means the casting of a spell. You see, Hollywood is always casting spells, man. And at the end of this video, I'm going to put up a video where basically reveal all of the hidden agendas of Hollywood, man, and the Disney Channel. You understand? You say, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thine youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Because this is what Esau mainly invested into, man. Witchcraft, sorcery, astrology. This is the evils of Esau and the left hand, man, on the left hand side. So the scripture tell him, say, yo, stand up, man, because him feel say all of this way I'm gonna do it will save him. The scripture say, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to set before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thine youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. That's the end all be all of Esau and his evils, man, and all his wickedness that's coming up on the earth, yo. All of the enchantments, the witchcraft, the sorceries, the necromancies when I perform upon the face of the earth, upon the left hand side, man. The energies upon the left hand side, the most I have to eradicate all of that through thermonuclear fire, man. Zin, thus said the Lord. So all the people who are out there and find this thing to be cute, funny, and laughing at it, man, basically you're gonna be joining with them, yo. And when we just get that precept there for finish, to basically prove that point, because people have the mindset that if you're not with it, and you just stand your side, and you not speak out against it, and it no vex you, and you laugh at it, and find it to be a joke, and then something there, you feel like as if you are going to get to it from the judgment, man. But the scripture show you, say, once you join onto it, you're going to get the same punishment, yo. He said, this is Romans chapter 1 verse 32. He said, who know in the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So exactly, man. So if you have pleasure in all this wickedness that's happening up on the face of the earth right now, you worthy of death to me. All the people them who are laugh at you by the place, who find this who let them kids watch this wicked and sinful series, you worthy of death to me, and the judgment of the devil Father will come upon you, man. You see? And I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope the people them that's looking and enjoying themselves in wickedness, I hope you people die a wicked and terrible death. Right? I hope the righteous keep standing for the defense of the truth. And with that, shalom.